Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's the CD guy, Johnny Z here. Thank you so much for tuning back into the channel. And boy, do we have a double dose of insanely overpriced album anniversary reissues to talk about. Let's dive in. Kiss have announced a special edition of their Destroyer 45th Anniversary Super Deluxe box set. It will be pressed on white vinyl with red and yellow splatter, including an 8-page hardcover book with unreleased photos and extensive liner notes, featuring 73 total tracks. Destroyer has been newly remastered at Abbey Road Mastering Studios. Bonus audio includes a brand new Beth acoustic mix. You have loads of single edits, demos, early versions, and outtakes like Ain't None of Your Business, plus the May 22nd, 1976 Olympia in Paris concert. You have a replica 1976 Kiss Army kit here, complete with the original folder and following items: the Kiss Army newsletter, Volume 1, Number 2 announcing Destroyer, 2 8x10 Destroyer press photos, a discography sheet, Gene, Paul, Ace, and Peter bio sheet, a Kiss Army member certificate, a Kiss Army membership card, and it will only cost you a staggering $940. Nearly $1,000. I mean, what are we even doing at this point? You know, like a fool, I actually went out and bought the 45th anniversary of Destroyer back in 2022 when it came out. I won't make that mistake again, but how is this really different from that product in the first place? I mean, you know, sure, we have new acoustic mix of Beth and the original Kiss Army newsletter with a bio sheet on all four guys, which I find really ironic that they have no problem cashing in on the name value of Ace and Peter when it's time to make money, but otherwise want nothing to do with them, you know. But, you know, this deluxe reissue also includes new additives, but is that really worth, you know, $1,000 to you? I bought this box set for about $200, which is a fifth of what this is going for at this point. I just find that absolutely ridiculous, and it's more than a cash grab at this point. It's like, hold on a second while I go ahead and take out a loan so I can pay you back for this box set. Like, let me cancel my heating, let me cancel my plumbing and my lights, and let me not go grocery shopping for a month so I can buy this new $1,000 box set, because that's what's most important, right? Absolutely ridiculous, you know. So again, I think it's more than a cash grab at this point. It's downright gluttony, absolutely, but I just don't understand how a band could charge this much for a reissue of a special edition box set that they did 2 years ago when there are new additives, but the music is pretty much the same. You know, and the only way this is going to stop, and I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money. You can buy it if you want. Obviously, it's your decision. It's your money. But the only way that this is going to stop, these prices are going to continue to go up unless we say enough. I'm not going to buy this for this price, and, you know, then they say that the record sales are impacted by that. But they won't be. People will continue to buy them, and that's why in 2026, when it's time to do the Destroyer 50th anniversary, I'll be sitting here saying the exact same thing, sounding like a broken record over and over and over again. But we aren't even done yet, because our friends Tool also recently announced an album anniversary for their debut album, Undertow, which comes with an oversized bound booklet featuring photography centered on a sculpture by Vehan Bego, plus a commemorative coin. That's it. That's it. A booklet of photos and a commemorative coin. And that's going to cost you $250. What a massive ripoff. You know, I mean, I got this CD at a record expo for like $5. I'm not going to go ahead and buy that, you know, deluxe edition, collectors, whatever you want to call it, you know, for $250 when musically it's the same thing. They're not changing anything. There's nothing of interest there for a fan, you know, to say, I'm going to buy this for $250. You know, maybe if they included some sort of live material, and $250 is still way too expensive, but at least that would grab the fans' attention. You know, Tool fans are always looking for live content, especially because you can't film at their shows, which, by the way, I sat up high. I filmed as much as I wanted to. I took as many pictures as I wanted to. I bought my ticket. Nobody's going to tell me anything. But anyway, Tool price gouging insanely for this album here. You know, for Undertow, I don't understand. You're going to charge that much for the album itself, a booklet of photos, and a commemorative coin? The term collector's item has just gotten completely watered down and out of control at this point. It means anything. You know what it means? It means we need more money, and so that's what we're going to charge you. You know, and I know Menard James Keenan once famously said, F you, buddy, send more money and buy our new record. But this takes things literally, you know, and I'm not going to pay that much. I know there are a lot of people who are turned off by the prices of this, you know, new Undertow 30th anniversary release, and I can't blame you. Album anniversaries have been a money pit for a long time now, but to pay $1,000 for a new special edition of a product that came out 2 years ago is one of the most insane things I've ever seen, and I'll be sitting this one out. Also, I'll be sitting out the Undertow, you know, collector's edition reissue here for the album anniversary. It's not worth it, you know, and so I'll just say this, and again, I'm not going to tell you how to spend your money, but maybe before you order these, you want to make sure you win the lottery first, because otherwise these are just insanely overpriced, and I'm not even sure who the audience is for anymore. Who is this audience that they're catering to? You know, I mean, people can't afford to drop this kind of money on music, especially on albums they already own. That's absurd. You know, like I said, in order to buy this, you have to take a loan out. You have to cancel your cable. You have to cancel your lighting. It's not worth it. Just stop. Stop this madness. Box sets and album anniversaries shouldn't go for this much money. You know, when it comes to album anniversaries and reissues, there are only about 3 box sets that I own for those. You know, like an idiot, I bought that, you know, the Destroyer 45th anniversary. Wish I didn't, but I do have it, so that's one. I have the John Lennon Mind Games Ultimate Mix, which was worth it. I think it's really cool. And I also have the Black Sabbath Tony Martin era reissue they put out relatively recently, finally getting those albums out there on CD. So, you know, that's worth it. But aside from that, there's really nothing out there that really grabs my attention and says, well, this is a box set done right. This is an album reissue done right. You know, I like the content for the new Queen debut album box set, but the sound doesn't sound all that good, and so I'm probably not going to end up buying it. You know, it's just one thing after another here, and these prices are going to continue to go up, like I said, until we say, enough, it's too expensive, and we're not going to pay it. But people will buy it anyway, and that's why I will continue to be here and say the same thing over and over and over again. So there it is, man. Another rant on how reissues and album anniversaries are getting way too overpriced, you know. I'm sure I sound like a broken record. I'm sure it's repetitive, but they never cease to amaze me, these bands. Kiss charging $1,000 for, you know, a special edition of a box set they put out 2 years ago for a fifth of that. And then Tool, $250 for, you know, the remake of Undertow. Not the remake, excuse me, the reissue of Undertow. And all you're going to include, you know, for our, you know, price that we're paying for that is a commemorative coin and a booklet of photos of a sculpture. Why? Why pay that? I'll never understand it, but I wanted to share my thoughts here today on 2 newly announced album reissues, and they're obscenely overpriced, and this is a trend that's just going to continue, but stay tuned to the channel, because every time bands go even further and cross the line even further in terms of how, you know, expensive they can make a product, I'll be here to criticize it. So stay tuned to the channel for that, because guess what, folks? These prices are just going to continue to go up over time, and so you're in for quite a ride, and so is your wallet. So that wraps up this video here. Wanted to share my thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, or if you agree with me, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel down below. We are making a push to 3,000 subs here on YouTube. Every subs count, so it is greatly appreciated. Be sure to turn on the bell for notifications so you don't miss a new upload. And let me know down in the comment section below, will you be buying either of these 2 reissues here, and do you think that those prices are out of control? I think I already know the answer based on past videos I've done, but let me know that good stuff down in the comment section below. I want to hear from you. And until next time, it's the CD guy, Johnny Z, saving his money. Take care, everybody.